Hey guys, hope y'all are doing well. I want to give you an update on the Red Galaxy. I know that hasn't been on the channel in a while. Basically the reason why is it needed a transmission rebuild. It was leaking and slipping and all kinds of mess. I was able to make it to that car show probably over a year ago now, and started slipping on me when I got back into town, so I probably drove that like 80 miles that day or something like that. Maybe that's right. Maybe it was 60. So the reason it was slipping, it was low on fluid as I was coming back, and I had topped it off before I went to that car show. So about 60 miles is all it took for it to run low. So I figured, well, I contemplated that I want to try to fix the leaks because well, it looked like the rear was leaking pretty much the worst out of the leaks it had. So I was like, well, maybe I can remove the drive shaft and do that rear seal, and I actually did that a while back, and I put a pinion seal in the thing because that was leaking real bad while I had the drive shaft out. And I put the drive shaft back in, and the rear was still leaking. It was less so, but it was still leaking. And the front was leaking real bad, and basically anywhere it could leak, it was leaking. I mean, you can't really blame it. It was probably the original, actually no, the transmission guy that rebuilt it said it had been gotten into before. So anyway, it was just old seals needed to be, because when it had fluid in it, it would shift good and, well, decent. It did have some sticky valves in it. Anyway, I saved up my money this summer, paid the guy to rebuild it, just got it back, and I took it for a cruise, and man, this thing's nice. Shifts smooth, you know, when it's supposed to, and I like it. It's kind of a shame you can't really easily see their handiwork, but they cleaned that thing meticulously. They were proud of their work, and they showed me kind of along the process what they were doing, which is not something you see every day. They painted the main cast iron body. This is a Cruisomatic 3-speed, so this is like the old school before the C6. So it's got a bell housing that detaches. The cast iron body is painted black. They painted that black for me. So I was like, can we do something? They asked me if I wanted them to paint anything, and so, well, that cast iron body would be nice if it didn't turn all, you know, rusty colored like these exhaust manifolds, you know, after a short period of time. So they said, yeah, we'll put black on it. They primed it first and everything, and then they clear coated the aluminum, because I didn't even ask them to do that. I just said, yeah, I like the look of the clean, you know, aluminum for the bell housing and the tail shaft extension, whatever you call that. And so that looks good. I can kind of tell from here that I can see some gloss on that part of the bell housing that the starter bolts to. Should have asked them to take some pictures before they got it off the lift. Let me see if I can get over here. But based on what a lot of people said on the internet, you got to be careful who you take these old Cruisomatic transmissions to. People don't know how to work on them, but these guys really knew what they were doing. I got recommended to them by a old school mechanic that I trust. He also told me my exhaust system ain't held up. You see that passenger side is hanging way low. It's actually resting on the parking cable. They said that was a mess. I mean, this exhaust system's like a year old at this point and has like nearly no miles in it, maybe a couple hundred. Oh yeah, I can see that transmission from here. That looks good, guys. Hopefully y'all can see some of that. But I'm not happy with that exhaust shop. They've been around a long time, supposedly do good work, but we took my dad's 71 F350 to him, and he didn't finish welding it, so it had a big old exhaust leak right before the muffler. Or maybe it was right after the muffler, I don't remember. It was like about the size of a half a dime, you know, just exhaust leak. So same company did this exhaust, and I think the owner of the shop is the guy that built the business and has a good reputation, but the guy working for him is kind of a jerk. He had an attitude with me, he had an attitude with my dad. Just might be looking for a new exhaust shop, I'm not sure. Kind of ashamed to see things go that way, but it is what it is. I'm gonna take that back to them though, see if they'll make it right. But yeah, we'll just have to see. But man, this car runs and drives great, guys. This got instant throttle response. It just wants to get up and boogie. So anyway, that's an update on the red car. I'm gonna be driving it here in the fall and winter. You know, I'm gonna drive this thing as much as possible now. I got an 18-month warranty. I got to get my money's worth. So in case you're curious, it costs $2,000 to get this thing rebuilt. Obviously that's a lot of money, but for what the work they did, I'm extremely pleased. I had to save up my money. You know, this thing was parked for probably several months, 8 months or something like that at least, so that I could kind of put some money to the side and budget for it, and then we got it done. So hopefully this thing will just kind of be in the background of my YouTube videos, and I'll be driving it here and there and be able to work on other things like the Scout, get the Scout on the road. But I appreciate y'all watching. If you've watched me ramble this long, got the Galaxy transmission rebuilt. So alrighty, y'all, have a blessed day.